Why didn't DeepSeek come from a Chinese tech giant like Tencent or Alibaba or ByteDance? Why did it come from a small, obscure startup instead? DeepSeek's founder liangwenfeng said the following in an interview. The scale of China's economy and the profits of big companies like ByteDance and Tencent rank among the top globally. The reason we lack innovation is definitely not due to a lack of capital. It's due to a lack of confidence and the ability to efficiently organize top-tier talent for innovation. For the past 30 years, we've focused exclusively on making money. We've neglected innovation. True innovation is not driven by business profits alone. It also requires curiosity and a desire to create. Hello, welcome back to my channel. In the last video, we went through the first of only 2 currently available interviews with DeepSeek's founder liangwenfeng. In this video, let's go over some highlights from the second interview. It was published by the Chinese tech media 36KR on July 22, 2024. DeepSeek had just released its V2 large language model. This model is not something normal users like you and me can use, so it wasn't widely discussed in the mass media. However, in the AI research community, this V2 model was a big deal. Its original, innovative design allowed it to achieve results comparable to other models at only a fraction of the training cost. And it came from a smaller Chinese startup. And it was open source. Why did Liang make his model open source? Here's his answer. In the face of disruptive technology, any competitive advantage created by closed-source models is temporary. Even if OpenAI keeps its source closed, it can't prevent others from surpassing it. That's why we focus on building our team. Our team's capabilities grow through this process. We've accumulated a lot of know-how, and we've created a team culture that fosters innovation. This is our true competitive advantage. Making our source code open and publishing our research papers don't really mean losing anything. For researchers, being recognized and followed is a very fulfilling accomplishment. And in fact, open source is more of a cultural statement than a business action. Such company can attract better talent. What kind of talent has DeepSeek been able to attract? Here's how Liang described his team behind the V2 model. They are mostly recent graduates from top universities, PhD interns in their 4th or 5th year, and some young people who only graduated a few years ago. Innovation starts with confidence. Silicon Valley is so innovative precisely because people there dare to try. When chatgpt emerged, there was a widespread lack of confidence in pursuing cutting-edge innovation in China. From investors to large tech companies, many felt the gap was too large and thought it was better to focus on simply developing applications. But true innovation requires confidence above all else. This kind of confidence is often more evident in young people. Liang went on to explain why top young Chinese AI talents choose DeepSeek. Because we are tackling the hardest problems. What attracts top talent the most is the opportunity to solve the world's toughest challenges. In fact, China's brightest minds are often undervalued because there are too few opportunities for true fundamental research and innovation. It's difficult for their talents to shine. But since we are working on the hardest problems, that in itself attracts the brightest minds. In Liang's first interview in May 2023, he said that his motivation for doing large language model research was mainly driven by curiosity. It was a rather vague answer. But this time, as his company did actually release a much praised open source large language model, he painted a much grander vision. We believe the most important thing right now is to be part of the global wave of innovation. For many years, Chinese companies have been accustomed to adopting cutting-edge innovations developed elsewhere and turning them into profitable applications. But this should not be taken for granted. In the current AI revolution, our goal is not to just make quick money, but to step to the forefront of technological innovation. We want to drive the development of the entire ecosystem. This China innovation theme is actually a crucial part of the interview. For example, when the interviewer brought up the widespread impression that the US excels at cutting-edge innovation, while China is better at application development, Liang said, "We believe that as the economy grows, China must gradually become a contributor rather than just a free rider. Over the past 30 years of the IT revolution, we have largely stayed out of true cutting-edge innovation. We've grown accustomed to Moore's law. We believed that technological advancements would come effortlessly. We just sat tight and waited for better hardware and software to emerge every 18 months. But in reality, these technological advancements have been created by generations of diligent, predominantly Western tech communities." Liangwenfeng believed that participating in this innovation process is the true contribution of his V2 model. Among the many innovations happening in America every day, the V2 model is actually quite ordinary. What surprises them is that it's a Chinese company joining their game as a contributor to innovation. After all, most Chinese companies are used to following rather than innovating. What we see is that Chinese AI can't always stay in the position of a follower. We often hear that Chinese AI is 1 or 2 years behind the US. But the real gap is the difference between originality and imitation. If this doesn't change, China will always be a follower. Towards the end of the interview, the interviewer asked, "Now that China's economic growth is slowing down and new capital is freezing, will this limit the emergence of new cutting-edge innovations from China?" Liang didn't think so. He explained, "As China's industrial structure changes, it will rely more on fundamental technological innovation. As more and more people realize that past methods of making quick money are no longer possible, they'll be more inclined to pursue real innovation. Liang then cited his personal childhood experience to justify his optimism. I grew up in a small fifth-tier city in Guangdong province in the 1980s. My father was a primary school teacher. In the 1990s, there were lots of opportunities to make quick money in Guangdong. Back then, many parents believed that studying was useless. But now, the mindset has shifted because it's harder to make money now. When the society starts rewarding those who make cutting-edge innovations with success and recognition, the collective mindset will shift. We just need more time and more success cases. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you next time.